Here with General Manager Brian Cashman. Brian, the final innings of Florida spring training heading north. How did you feel about this spring training for the Yanks?
I mean, weather was great. Unfortunately, we had some untimely injuries along the way, but that's, sometimes part of it. We'll withstand that. But, we had, the big story was the competition at shortstop.
Saw yesterday how Anthony Volpe got the news in Aaron Boone's office. You were there as well. Aaron said that he learned early in camp that he was beginning to think that Volpe was the guy. When did you begin to see it?
Seemed like halfway through camp, he had put a stranglehold on that position, and it just came down to, he was off roster and, letting it play out the rest of the way. He never really let go of that position. And so I felt like the last 10 days, we had our meetings, and it was going to be his, and it now was just played out. Hopefully he stays healthy, and then we'll do the big reveal on the last day, which was yesterday.
What tells you he's ready for this opportunity?
I mean, he looks ready. I mean, we're going through, obviously, his entire short minor league career, and then what he's done here in big league camp. But he's just handled himself so well, and, he earned it. He really, again, we opened up as a competition, and at the end of the day, he really didn't deny himself. I don't think anybody who watched this camp play out, whether it was fan base, whether it was coaching staff, front office, scouts, analytics, whoever you want to include in that process, opposing teams, they're like, this obviously is the best person for that position at this time.
We saw Clark Schmidt today, 7 strikeouts in 4 1/3. Obviously, the rotation has taken some hits here. How are you feeling about the pitching staff as you head north?
Yeah, it's not, as Joe Girardi used to say, it's not what you would want in terms of losing some key people, because obviously we have a lot invested in belief in Severino, obviously, and Rodon. We've lost Montas for a lot longer than that. So losing those guys are tough, but, then you find out some things along the way. The added cutter for Clark Schmidt's been fantastic. He's had a hell of a camp, so it gives us really good feelings about what he's doing. Brito yesterday, really shoved, and that was impressive. And so, like anybody else, everybody in all their locales in Major League Baseball are dealing with injuries they'd rather not be dealing with, and so it's all about what's behind what you already got, and then giving them a chance. So hopefully, when it's all said and done, we come out of this in a stronger position, because we're hopefully winning the games as much as we possibly can, and then learning and getting experience from the guys that we're going to have to rely on in a little bit higher pressure position than they were being counted for, and we'll be better served by that.
Still got a couple of spots on the roster up for grabs here, a pitching spot, an outfield spot. Where do you stand on those decisions?
Yeah, they might, we're going to have to tread some water and buy some time as we know what we currently have. We're also evaluating what might be available outside of our camps, and we'll see. If we connect with anything before we make a final official call. So there's a few guys here that have been told, pack your bags, be flexible. You may not. You wish you didn't have to be that way, but that's just the nature of the beast and how the schedule rolls, because clearly we have one more exhibition tomorrow in D.C., an off day Wednesday, and then the opening day Thursday, so we have a little bit more time on the clock to give us we have to set that roster, obviously, first thing a.m. Thursday morning. We'll certainly set it before that, but we don't want to close out any outside opportunities that may exist too, so we have to compare that to the field.
All right, Brian, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.